Okay, this is our third lesson, lesson 1, 2, 3, the third lesson. And we will be discussing print function. So what it does, it's so obvious. It prints something. So whenever you want to print or output something, you use print function. So you have the word print and parentheses. So as you can see, we have just lowercase letters. We don't use any capitals. If you say print with capital P, this one will be wrong because you have capital P, and you will get an error, which is ugly, right? Now let's use the print function. You have print and then a name. Let's say Joe. So this is your screen. So whenever you run your code, you will see the name Joe. So this is the output of this line. Now let's have another example. Print 55.22. So you run the code and you will see 55.22 as the output. Now let's declare a variable num1 equals 22 and then print num1. So if you run the code, you will see 22, the value of the variable, not the name of the variable. Now let's have num1 plus 10. A simple operation. 22 plus 10, and the answer is 32. So these are the outputs. Let's have another example. So this time we want to print a longer sentence. So we want to print this. You are and your name is something. So you are, for example, 20 and your name is your name. So here we need two variables, 1, 2. So we need two variables. So let's declare two variables. Name equals Joe and age equals 25. But I'm not 25, I'm a bit older. So what about the data type of name? So as you can see, we have double quotes. So this is string. Oh, it's a bit messy. And this one, this is int or integer. Now, how to print this one? It's so simple using print function. Print you are inside single or double quotes, and then you use comma. You are 25, age, comma, and your name is another comma and the name of the variable. So just be careful about commas here. So here you have your string, or just say s, you have your variable, I say var, you have your string, and you have your variable. So if you print, you will see you are 25 and your name is Joe. So this is the output. Just remember to have the commas. Otherwise, you will get an error if you remove commas. Now, let's say we want to print this pattern using print functions. So we have no idea about loops, about conditionals, about anything. We just want to use print functions to print this pattern. So how many lines do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. So let's use 5 print functions. Print, 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 and the last print function. So here we have star, which is repeated 5 times, star repeated 4 times, star repeated 3 times, star repeated 2 times, and 1 star. So you can have star as a string and then times multiplication operator. How many times? 5. The same thing for the second print function, but we use 4 times 3 times 2 and just star for the last one. And if you run the code, you will get this pattern on the left. So if you want to repeat a string, first you have to write your string variable and then times the integer value. So this one is the multiplication operator. And this string is your variable. Okay, let's come back here. This one right here is a bit messy. Do we have any other way to output this message? Of course we do. We can use format function. Format function. Okay, let's have a variable called name. So I say ABC and age equals 31. So I want to use print function and format function to have somehow the same output. So print your name is, and then I want to print the name ABC. So you don't write the name of the variable, you just write a pair of braces. Your name is, and you are a pair of braces years old. And single quotes or double quotes if you have double quotes at the beginning. And then you have dot format function. So we need 2 variables, one for this one for this one. Your name is, so you just write name, comma, for the second pair of braces, we need age. And that's all. So what will happen, let's use another color. Name, corresponds to the first pair, and age corresponds to the second pair of braces. So if you print, you will see your name is ABC and you are 31 years old. Now let's add something else to the format function. So we can use indexes. Your name is braces and you are braces years old. Dot format. We need name and age, our variables, name, age. So inside braces, let me choose blue, you write 0 and you write 1 here. So what will happen here? Name corresponds to 0, age corresponds to 1. Does the order matter? Yes, it does. It's so important. So basically you have 0 here, 1 here. So you print and you will see your name is ABC and you are 31 years old. So what will happen if I change the position of 0 and 1? Let's see. So again, print, your name is Brace and you are Brace years old. Dot format. So again, I need name and age. So this time I write 1 here in the first pair and 0 in the second pair. So what will happen if I print your name is 31, so be careful, and you are ABC years old. And what is the reason here? We have index 0 for name, index 1 for age. So name corresponds to the 0 and age corresponds to the 1 index. So this is why we get this message right here. So I think it's enough for lesson 3. As usual, take care. Bye bye.